Hello, the internet. We're back. My name is Merrick Moyer. My name is Merrick Moyer. My pronouns are he/him. It's been a little while since we did the thing, but we're playing a one-shot of Hellbreakers.
Space. The final frontier. Wait.
We are so excited that Green Ronin Publishing is doing their backer kit campaign for the Transport Union edition right now, and Green Ronin Publishing is so kind and wonderful that they wanted us to run a little one-shot and play the new Quickstart adventure, Lost But Not Alone. So, we're going to do that tonight, and we're going to jump right into it. So, players, characters. You passed through the Castilla Ring Gate a few days ago, and you're on the float when the comm system lights up. After adjusting the receiver, you pick up a weak distress signal originating from a small moon orbiting one of the system's outer planets. A gas giant, roughly the size of Jupiter. The signal is very weak, and you suspect that if the planet and moon were not currently relatively near your path to Castilla, you would never have received the message. Targeting your scopes on the moon, you think you detect the wreckage of a small ship. However, you'll have to get closer to be sure. Now, it's been about 3 years since we've last seen these characters in game. We closed off season 3 of Hellbreakers, spoilers, with the Free Navy conflict kicking off and the attacks on Earth. So this is a couple of years after that. The Free Navy conflict has run its course. Sol and Medina and Sol System and Medina and all the other things have kind of come together. The Transport Union was founded, and it's in its early years right now. It's not like a great big multi-system power. There's still a lot of cracks for things to fall through. You're currently on a mission to Castilla to formalize trade negotiations between Cerberus System and the Castilla System. So, in the intervening time, what have your characters been doing? Who would like to go first?
I'll go first.
All right. What has Jerry been up to?
So Jerry's gotten actually really political in the last couple of years.
Okay.
And she kind of teamed up with our friend Mustafa Akari.
Okay.
To kind of take on the Atwood Collective.
Interesting.
As representatives in the Cerberus System.
Okay.
So, yeah. So he's president currently. Or running for president. That's your choice.
Okay.
And Jerry is second in command.
Interesting.
Yes, and I'm actually traveling as the Agia rep to this meeting.
I like that. That's very cool.
Yes. And I'm traveling while sitting next to, the love of my life and just looking longingly at them.
Is it a big wrench?
No. Rix looks over at the love of her life and gives Jerry a little kiss.
Okay, everybody texting with secret stories that nobody texted me a single thing.
Nobody texted me a single thing.
Holy shit! What a reveal!
New information for me as well.
And you'll notice on both of their hands there's the little diamond ring on their finger.
Ridiculous
so
to pull this off.
I'll go into Rix. What Rix is doing?
Yeah.
So Rix was very sad because her family was supposed to be coming through Medina to come live here, and then the OPA, Earth was attacking OPA, right? And so things shut down and she couldn't get hold of her family, so it was very sad times. And Jerry was really good, and she got a lean on Jerry, and then she helped Jerry start her political career, and they got really close. And so they've been dating, and then I've been focusing a lot on that. But right before we kind of left to go on this mission, I did get radio from my family that they were at Medina, and that they were going to be coming through. They made it, and they're going to be coming through to Agia. So right before we left, Rix asked Jerry if they wanted to buy land together. So they bought a big plot of land. And as they were looking over it, Jerry had taken all those little puffballs that are very dangerous and spelt out, "Will you marry me?" And so when we were walked over a ridge and saw it, she proposed to Rix, and it was super sweet.
First of all, that's very dangerous.
Yes, I know.
Just crush a single one of them, and cricket wolves be everywhere.
Setting that up is insane.
So it was 8 months for us to get to Medina and then pass. So I've left instructions on what to build, and they're building us a rancher. And our original plan had been to be married on the ship together by Captain James. But then Rix was very sad that her family wasn't going to be there. So Jerry was very sweet and said, "We can put it on hold till we get back to Agia, and we'll get married with your family there and our crew."
Oh dear. Way to put me in the hot seat.
Why, oh dear?
Why, oh dear?
Let me just look at this adventure.
Well, that's everybody's dead. So.
Okay.
That's what we've been up to.
Interesting. Cool. Very cool. I want to do rolls to see if Mustafa Akari is currently the president, or if he lost to
Gross.
to Trevor Atwood and he is the opposition. But first, Tyler or Patrick, you got any bombs to drop?
I mean, well, nothing like that.
Yes. Really, we just sat on our ship and were like, "Oh, I don't know what's happening."
Two people came really prepared to class.
Yeah.
Well, also, I would just mention this is going to be Rix's. She's told everyone this is going to be her last mission because she really only worked to get her family back to the planet. So this is going to be her last mission. Don't make that face. I'll be fine.
Have you seen any buddy cop movies ever in your life? You are 3 days from retirement? Are you kidding me? You never say it's your last mission. You said it's your last mission forever and the last thing you do.
Merrick wouldn't do that to us. We just got a gate.
Yeah, he would, because that would be so much drama. What a heart-stealing moment as you lie over Rix's corpse. I got married to Dr. Gwen.
I'm sorry, could you say that louder for the people in the back of the class?
Married Dr. Gwen Pokovich. She didn't take my last name. She's a strong, independent woman. Doesn't need no name.
Sorry, Dr. Gwyn?
Gwen
Pokovich. Yeah.
So almost Dr. Quinn?
No.
Medicine woman?
Nope. She's Dr. Gwen, formerly junior lab tech, now a doctor so above our skill that she basically counts as a full doctor.
And she's on the ship with you.
I mean, it feels like a great thing to have on the ship. We do not have a doctor.
Well, Jerry and I share one room now. You guys share a room.
That means
true.
you actually have a spare room.
You have a spare room.
For the drone.
Just for the
As a
drone.
crew member.
James has turned it into his drone cave. To the drone cave!
Alright,
Anything else you've been doing, Miles?
No, I just live on this ship, and I thought everybody else was chill too. Space, not a lot changes. Lots big long lead times.
what do Miles and Gwen do on long trips like this? Like, do they have an activity that they like? Like, do they play a lot of card games, or?
I don't want to talk about it.
Alright, that's fair. Family programming.
You've definitely interrupted some long, hardcore puzzling sessions.
Excellent.
I thought you were going to say you guys play doctor.
That is after the puzzle. And it's mostly just me coming up with symptoms that she can diagnose. It's like a test your knowledge kind of thing.
Like
so that she
flashcards.
keeps fresh.
Yeah.
I read and like find a disease, and then I learn the symptoms, and then she comes like I'm a patient in her infirmary.
Very solid on roleplay.
Yeah.
Cool. What has James been up to in 3 years?
All right. So what's been happening with the Atwood Collective back on Earth? So are they mostly intact? Or?
The Atwood Collective has had businesses across like the across Soul System for a long time, and you do know that in recent years they were expanding out to colony systems. Like your sister was out on one, and Trevor was out on another one before coming to Cerberus System. And so I would say, like anybody who was Earth-based, they took a hit. But your mom was off-world.
Okay. So I'm guessing I'm probably expected to start being more involved at some point. But at this point, 3 years in the future, James is now 21. So he's enjoying his last, like, year
His
of...
last hurrah.
Yeah.
Baby captain.
Exactly. So
That's
yeah,
what I'm talking about.
he's like still growing up. So yeah, he's been up to, I don't know. What did you get up to when you were like...
He bought
before
way
you
too
were an
many
adult?
drones.
Yeah, way too many drones.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gotten really into drones. He's got like a different model for every...
Oh, no.
Every eventuality.
So we did make it a drone room.
Yeah.
Hundo.
Shelves of them. Like a little drone workshop.
I got into like drone shows outside of the ship, like doing like drone.
Could we have also set up like, do we have like a hangar bay? I can't remember. We have like some sort of...
You have a not a hangar bay, but you have like a cargo bay.
Cargo?
Yeah.
With enough room for a drone course with like hoops.
I knew the word because Patrick said it. I heard you, Patrick. Could we have set up in there like a movie screen, like a sheet with a projector, and we go down and have like movie nights?
That's fun. Yeah.
We watch Spice World a lot.
All right. So the way I've decided this is Trevor has a lot of lead time on being the political power on Augia. So I'm going to give him his sort of business bonus. We'll call it a +4. And he's going to roll the Earth dice. And then Mustafa Akari is going to roll the Mars dice. And I'm going to say that he probably campaigns on making a new home for Martians, with Mars being a little bit, in trouble. And like, so Mars is falling apart right now, and a lot of their people are going out to colony worlds to use their like many scientific degrees on places that don't need to be terraformed. So this is a pretty good place, and so for him to come in and kind of like want to make it that home, he can market himself as someone who was not tainted by Laconians. What was your face, Katie?
I just feel like Jerry would have pushed him into more of like a new home for everybody without the labels. And I also think that like having Jerry and the Hound of Hades like were pretty well known in the system. I think that would have given him a little bit of clout.
Okay. I think he would go for that. He's definitely also just like, the best thing that he brings to this is the fact that he has gunships.
Well, Lenape's gone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he's
and an
coming.
Endorsement by Captain James. I mean,
Jesus.
It's got to mean something.
Against your cousin. Woo!
Yeah. Oh, totally.
You're like, hey, Trevor.
You're like, you wanted Atwood? We got an Atwood too.
Yeah.
He always stole my toys when we were growing up. I'm getting back at him.
So I'm going to say he's not going to have as good a benefit. I'm actually going to have him do a straight roll because he's relatively unknown, even though you are there. It's pretty stacked in Trevor's favor at this point. What's that?
While you're doing your roll, I'm going to talk about an ad campaign we put out where it was a picture of like James being with our guy, and then it would be like, or you know, when your mom says you have Atwood at home, and then it shows Trevor.
Oh man,
I thought it was the other way around.
No.
Okay, so we're gonna roll Trevor's roll first with a +4 bonus. Oh, he rolled really high. 11, 14, 18. So, are there any last things that you would like to do that might up this roll for Mustafa Akari?
Can I call my mom and pull some?
Yeah, I think your mom would want Trevor.
Can we get an endorsement from Sheriff Narcissa?
Interesting.
Oh.
He was anti-pirate, and she
Yeah, so
doesn't.
were we.
Yeah, and she doesn't like. Yeah, I'd say that. Yeah, she doesn't like Trevor. I'd say that endorsement from her is worth a +1. Any other thoughts?
I mean, if our ad campaign doesn't give us a +1, I don't know what else to tell you.
We also are like advertising by giving out free fish farm samples.
I would say that if you lose 1 income, you can get a +1 bonus. Like everybody loses
we're looking
1
at
income.
you, Atwood. Everyone.
Yeah.
I'll lose 1. I assume we have slightly more money than we left off with for years.
Yeah,
Always
+1
fun.
from 3 years ago, so then it just stays.
No.
I mean, I could lose an income.
Yeah.
I'm good with
We
that.
doing it? Everybody's doing it?
Yeah, I can
Yep.
lose an income.
Okay. So we're at a +2 bonus. Okay.
All 6s.
Terrible roll.
Oh, sick.
Oh, why are we letting you roll?
6, 1, 2.
Why are you
Hey, can we
rolling?
each have a turn rolling?
Yeah.
I think everyone
The
should roll.
highest?
Okay. No.
Oh, man.
Can we take my roll?
What we can do is
I think Katie should roll it.
here. I like this one. Tyler, you're an Atwood. You're gonna take my highest die from Trevor's and re-roll it.
Cool.
Okay.
Roll terribly.
All right.
1.
Which-
We want a 1.
It was a 6.
Well, it is
Why?
now a 4.
All right. So now you only have to beat a 16, and now each of you can roll a die.
Ooh.
It's not too many dice, or is Tyler not rolling?
Tyler is done rolling.
Got it.
Yeah.
A 6.
A 6.
2.
6, 5, 2. So we've got 13 plus 2 is 15. Not enough. So
it
What
was
if I
a close
spend
race.
fortune?
it
I
is
want to alter my die.
it is a close race, but Trevor Atwood is able to pull ahead. However, Akari and Jerry are a very clear, like, powerful opposition party, and Augia has its first 2 political parties.
And they only have a minority win, not a
What's the
majority.
name of the
And
parties?
you know what they always say is that a 2-party system really locks it in for the most beneficial democracy that you can possibly get.
Totally faultless.
I was definitely
No
gonna say,
problem.
like, remnants of OMAC form a third party, and I'm like, no, they're busy on Pangea.
We
Anyways.
would, begin committing domestic terrorism on Atwood Corporation.
Goodness.
For the record, our party is the new Democratic Party.
The new Democratic Party. And as
The
a
NNDP.
NNDP. As a fun note for anybody watching who doesn't know, Trades of the Expanse Trader Smuggler recently came out just last month, And one of the NPCs in that is Trevor Atwood.
Oh, you're kidding me.
No, he's got art and everything.
He's got art and everything. He is listed
Is
as... Yeah?
Is he a hot tamale?
Yeah, he's hot.
Yeah.
Intelligence 0.
Anyways, so
So if you want to see Trevor Atwood, get the book.
Yeah, exactly. So that is sort of our history and our setup, the political landscape and where you are right now. However, you are moving at this point through the Castilla system when you pick up this very light distress call. You see... Was that somebody else? Whose distress call was that?
Yeah. Nobody.
We've got quiet Sirenscape music. I'm going to turn this up just a little. There we go. Now, you are mandated by law to check out a distress call.
Unless we
Even if
delete
it's
it from our system.
Crazy
Never
suspicious.
I mean, there's a crashed ship.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
People never set up distress calls to lure people in to rob them.
Well, I think we vote on a democratic-ish kind of system, as much as James might joke.
I mean, I do vote we go check it out.
I vote we check it out.
We go.
Miles is the most hesitant, and then Gwen puts her hand on his shoulder, and he's like, "Yeah, okay, we'll go check it out."
Plus, we have a doctor, so we'll be fine.
People could
I'll
need
tell
help.
Jerry. I'll go get your wrench, sweetie.
My big one.
I think we should suit up, though, because... I don't know, what's the reconnaissance on the Castilla system? Did they have pirates here? Any kind of history of that?
Check.
Check your Beyond the Ring book.
Beyond the Ring. Now,
Learn many details about many things.
a little bit of background on Castilla. For anybody following along at home, this is page 38 in Beyond the Ring.
Which you all are.
The Castilla planet is 5th from the sun among 12 other planets. It has low gravity and long rotation, which means it's comfortable for both Earthers and Belters. 36-hour day. Oh, very interesting. It has 4 landmasses with unique, discrete ecosystems. Seems likely that the builders terraformed very heavily. The settlers on Castilla
The board game.
found a number of carefully grown and pruned structures and paths woven through the trees, not unlike a full-sized bonsai.
That's super cool.
Yeah, so it is at this point, a comfortably settled system with a fair amount of natural ecosystems that would give tradables back out, and therefore definitely a piracy, not heavy system, but it's definitely likely.
Okay, I vote we suit up then. Turn on the red lighting for the action station.
Excellent, yeah.
There's a montage for sure.
All right, we do a suiting up montage as you're pulling in. You look on the scopes and gather as much information as you can as you arrive on this, small moon. Not quite a moonlit. But there is a crashed ship on the surface of the moon.
Is it a moon in terms of looking like our moon, where it's all rocky and decrepit, or
Yes.
Yeah.
It is indeed. It looks as if it has subterranean tunnel systems like previously volcanically active, but no longer currently active.
Patrick doesn't like the music change.
I don't like subterranean tunnels.
Yeah.
This isn't a cave.
Are there terranium tunnels?
Yeah, like a big piece of pumice.
All right. The transmission originates from a crashed ship. Visual feeds reveal the ship to be a refit freighter. It is approximately 50 meters long and bristling with aftermarket weaponry and improved sensors. There appears to be damage from PDC rounds to the hull and the drive cone. The name of the ship, the Rattel, can be made out on the hull exterior. It also looks like the ship made a rough landing, which caused additional damage. There is no transponder signal. It may be offline due to lack of power, or it might have been damaged, or it could be illegally modified not to transmit a transponder. Your scans show that the ship's reactor is shut down, but battery power is still operational, and all efforts to hail the ship are met with silence.
Is it possible to... Can you, like, look up ships? Is there, like, a ship database?
Yeah, but this is, like... It's such a patched together freighter that, like, underneath a bunch of layers, it's like some ship that came out of a dockyard and then it has been refitted several times.
I just mean if that, like, ship was particularly showing as, like, you know, known piratical.
Oh, yes, absolutely. You could look up the Rattel in that sort of database and see if it has any warrants or danger.
Yeah, that's more what I was shooting for.
So go ahead and somebody doing this could make an intelligence security test.
Somewhat smarter.
If only we had a... Oh, wait.
My fiance's got it.
I actually don't have security. That's one of my focuses. It's fine. I'm pretty smart, but like.
Isn't intelligence security one of the hacking things?
I think
Sometimes,
so,
but
too.
usually technology is what Jerry
Wow.
uses.
You're still a little smart. I like to imagine that there was a time when you guys weren't on board the Hound of Hades, and James and I are just used to going, it'd be sick if we had a Jerry. And then you guys are back on board, and we're like, there is one!
So I rolled a 22 with 5 stun points.
Friggin' hell.
It's good to have
Wow.
Churn
knows
goes
all.
up.
5.
Churn does not go up yet. That was only a 5 on the drama die, not a 6. So it depends on the stun points you spend.
You're going to spend them, right?
The Rattel does not appear to have any sort of like illegal activities noted on its history. I wonder if there's any additional information that you would know about the Rattel.
You think about the crew?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Sorry.
that's a good one. What was your
That's a
question,
good
Jet?
No, you do that, and then I'll do me.
Okay.
You do you first.
Me. Yes. So you can.
Leave.
Let's pull a Lawrence Fishburne in Event Horizon. We're leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Event Horizon is such a good movie.
Great movie.
I think we should send Miles down by himself.
Well, what I was
We'll
going
send
to
him
ask
with
was, I
the
was gonna
drone.
say, send the drone.
Yeah, I was just
Why
thinking.
should we even step foot in the ship?
Well,
That's
worst-
too good of a plan.
The worst part is Miles would get, like, into the ship and be like, wait, why am I here?
You're like, it was you or Droney, and we rolled a dice
And I look over and
coin.
Droney's flying behind me. It's also here!
to get the footage for our stream.
So the you do get that the captain is Azu Lin, and that the Rattel is an independent cargo hauler. Its most recent flight plan was that it departed Medina roughly about a week and a half ago, and it was headed to Castilla to pick up materials and drop off trade goods. Would you like to spend stunt points on any particular thing?
I don't know. I wasn't
Pay dirt.
thinking fast enough.
No pay dirt.
Off to the side of the crash hotel, just money.
Just money.
Big old chest, like full of doubloons.
Why is that even here? Nobody
that-
uses that.
Breakthrough means you gain some form of
I'm assuming we're doing
proof.
investigation.
Say that.
Yeah. That makes sense. Ooh, I've got a good one for that. How much does breakthrough cost?
5.
Cinco.
You've got 5 stun points. Would you like to spend all 5 on that?
Let's do it.
All right. So turn goes up by 1 because we spent more than. Ooh, another turn dance.
You guys got one out of me.
We did.
That's
We
all
did.
you get.
It's a good stretch to do that, hey, when you can sit.
Yeah. Okay. What you get is that the information that you are checking has been referenced recently. It looks as if a leak on Medina, not necessarily a leak, but definitely like someone accessed Medina's system similar to the way you were and set up an ambush.
They left cookies.
Because they're no Jerry. Jerry always covers her tracks.
Yeah.
Cover your track stunt.
Now, for James, looking at this, moon and sort of the topography and everything, you can tell that you can land in like a stable, like sort of safe, very easy spot, which is about 2 kilometers away from the ship and would require, a spacewalk across the surface. Or there's like a closer spot that's a little bit more difficult that you think you could get the ship to, but would require rolls. The moon itself has no atmosphere, so landing is still easier than like landing on a planet with an atmosphere.
I think we're going to land closer. But can we do like a hover over at first, just kind of staying above it and try sending out a drone?
Why don't we land and send out a drone?
Or like just land really close and just send out something ahead of us.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Okay, make me a piloting test.
All right, so let me check all my talents because there are so many things.
And everybody
I can
is
reroll tests.
Everybody is suited up. Is anybody like? Are you all in crash couches? Because if you are out of crash couches and the roll goes poorly, then you're gonna get thrown around.
In couches for me.
Yeah, probably in a couch at a station.
Okay. And
We're
Tyler,
in
what
our
were you saying?
first space rodeo.
No.
Yeah, so as far as talents go, I can re-roll, and it says add +2 to the drama die when making tests using dexterity piloting focus.
Yep.
And +1 to piloting just built in, and then I can re-roll again, but I probably can't re-roll a re-roll if I have
Correct.
2 of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, I'll give it a shot. Ooh, and I stunted. With 4 stun points.
If you succeeded, what did you get?
26. It's like there's so many things to tack on, and I got 6 stunt points because I had 2 to the drama die.
Yeah. But the turn doesn't go up because you didn't roll a natural 6 on the drama die. It still might go up if you spend a whole bunch of stunt points. But you are easily able to come in, pilot just gorgeously, and land within 20 meters of the crashed ship. You can see that, it hit hard. Like, it's that movie landing where, like, it hit for a bit, bounced up, and then skidded for a while. and like its landing struts, like one of them broke, and like it's angled down into the ground.
Yeah.
Whereas
So,
you
like the
land,
opening
when
of
you
a-
land, people clap and go, nice. Very nice.
The dust
Like a
doesn't
dainty
even move.
butterfly.
Yeah. Thank you for flying Atwood Airlines. I hope your trip has been.
Every landing. It
Yeah.
gets old,
Every landing.
James.
Everyone just mutes James as soon as you touch down, and then unmutes him like 30 seconds later.
You switched to your private channel without me. He's doing the thing again.
And now he's learned to just pause his countdown to it, or his landing message.
Yeah, no, I've started adding a thing. And if you're listening right now and give me a thumbs up, you will earn a bonus on your next. Oh, nobody?
All right. So what do you do?
I think, like, should we hop out but make a drone go in first?
Or do we want to do like a scanny scan? Like a thermal scan or something? Are there life signs?
Do we have that?
Ooh.
Yeah, you could do a thermal
Is that
scan with
okay?
your cameras. The cameras on your ship are strong enough to pick up thermal signatures out in space, so trying to pick them up here is definitely a great idea. Yeah.
So should we gather around the biggest screen and watch the drone venture out?
I think we should slap a thermal scan off first.
So that one is going to be.
What's rolling on our ship, hey?
Yeah, but it's gonna be. Where's my list of skills? Yeah, it's gonna be perception searching, because the camera can pick up things, but like some of them are waste heat, and you've got to like sort of interpret a lot of that as well.
I'm good at that.
All right,
Ooh.
perception searching for me, please.
Sick. I have a talent that focuses on it.
Let's go, Miles.
A talent I'm going to use right now, which is observation. It gets me a perception reroll, which was such a great idea. Adding small numbers together.
Yep, the bane of our existence.
Dirty 20. Dirty 20? There's
Dirty 20.
only
Okay.
dirty 20s here.
And so you're able to, like, isolate a number of heat signatures. Did you get any stunt points?
No.
Did get stunts. Okay. You're able to isolate a number of sort of heat sources, and you're fairly certain that they're all battery related or system related on the ship. It doesn't have any atmosphere, so most of it is cold, and any of that sort of like excuse me, off heat is from sort of passive systems.
No, like gatherings of what might be people.
Doesn't seem like it, no.
Okay. She's running cold, guys. I don't think there's anybody on there. Anyone alive?
And
Ghosts?
I don't know.
Gwen says, well, we should still get Droney McDroneface in there and just confirm for the families. We want to make sure that we know that the people passed.
I love your wife.
Me too. Stay away, though.
I mean, Jerry and I could pull her if we wanted, but we're good.
It's true.
I mean, have you seen Jerry's wrench?
Have you seen how good I am at shooting in close range? It's
But when
very
you
good, by
face-
the way.
All right, so you're going to send the drone out? All right. Gray box text.
Uh-oh.
The ship's landing gear deployed, but the struts buckled under the impact. The ship now rests at a slight angle. Close up, the extensive damage the ship has taken is more apparent. The hull is riddled with holes from PDC rounds, and the drive cone is damaged by what looks like a torpedo explosion. It is a miracle the ship was able to fly at all, and no wonder it crash landed here. The ship also suffered additional damage from the rough landing. And Droney McDroneface goes out, kind of floats along. It's light gravity here, like there's enough that it's pulling it down towards the moon. And there's no atmosphere, so it's got to like kind of maneuver a little bit with thrusters. When it sort of like does the pass over of the ship, it gives you that sort of video data showing like the PDC rounds through and through and all of those things. But clearly someone landed this ship. Like, it landed. It didn't just slam into the moon. When Droney McDroneface comes around to the airlock, it is locked. And the drone cannot bypass that.
I make the drone knock. Dunk, dunk, dunk.
It's got a little arm.
Bonk.
That Doctor Who episode.
Can we look at the ground around the ship? Because I imagine if it has no atmosphere, you wouldn't be able to like hide tracks.
Yeah.
So there.
Ooh, smart.
Make a perception searching or tracking test. As you're
I'm
kind of
gonna
like
look at Miles and
moving
suggest my idea there.
yeah, moving the drone around.
Does desert survival help?
Miles, what do your
Desert
perception
survival would.
I'm rolling this one, baby! Take some sand out of my pocket.
And just put it
Put
on
it
the,
on-
like on the screen.
No, put it under your pillow for the dirt man.
That's already there. The space dirt thing.
The space dirt man.
Much scarier.
I mean, there's a lot of dirt men in space, right? They're moving dirt from planet to planet.
19.
And you do see the ground is disturbed, but there are clear like tracks and footprints leading away from the crash and up into like some hilled areas towards probably a cave system.
I say, there be some people up in them there hills.
What?
I heard it in a movie once.
Oh.
They went that way. Sorry.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
taps on the map. They're over here.
All right. Well, what are we doing, guys? Are we?
Do we want to check the ship out anyway?
Well, we shouldn't split up, so I think we should head to the ship, try to unlock it before we.
Well, I feel like if anything important in the ship, they'll just tell us. We can come back and get it.
That's true. And technically, if we're answering a distress call, it's not the ship that's in distress, it's the people that we're worried about.
Oh my gosh, Gwen is rubbing off on you.
That's true. She is the better part of us.
Of you.
We are many.
What do you think, Jerry?
I think that we lock up the ship with the doctor inside it. I don't think she wants to come spelunking, does she?
No, she says, it's mission time. I'll hold down the ship, secure lock, and keep the comms open as you need. You people do the frontline stuff.
How far are the caverns?
Unclear. You'll have to follow this trail and see how far
So why
they
don't
went.
we fly? Like,
I don't think we can track from space though, or like from ship.
oh, okay.
It'd be too that if we flew the ship, we'd blast the ground
Yeah.
and disperse all
What
the
we'll probably have to do is take our new truck that
Turbo
we
Razor
definitely got.
90,000.
Let's go Spelunka Duncan.
It has massage seats built in.
It's so insanely unnecessary. It's not even heated seats. It's just,
And you can't even feel it through your suit. You're like,
yeah, it's useless. You'd have to be in it free flowing. Free flowing sounds weirder than I thought it was going to.
It sure does.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you want to Do you want to take the Turbo Razor 9000?
No, it's the 90,000.
90,000. Turbo Razor 90,000.
I
It
think
has lightning
Tyler
bolts.
also said purple.
Oh yeah, we picked it up off Medina as on our way. Like we had pre-ordered it.
Oh, so this
I
is
think
your
it's more
first
like
time. Oh, this is your first time
It's like a
bringing
really-
it out.
Dark blue with like some red highlighting. It's got lightning bolts on the side of it.
Custom paint job. Like we spent
But
like
the-
a month designing.
The lightning bolts are sparkly.
I
They
would
are
say
glitter.
that if Patrick is all right with this, Gwen probably stuck a sticker on it, and it's probably something from like a cartoon.
She put stickers on everything.
Yeah, I like establishing that about Gwen. Your med bay has just like fun stickers on like the auto dock.
There's one on the glass of your suit. Like, just-
No,
Well, like-
it's on the inner curve of my shield.
When we go for checkups, she gives us a sticker, and we're like, she knows we're not children, right? And you're like, shut up.
Doesn't matter.
She was so excited when she got to Medina and found a seller for stickers to get a whole bunch more stickers to add to her drawer. Like before
I know, guys.
before it was just like smiley faces and like suns and stuff, but now she's got a bunch of really cool ones.
I have a picture of the two of us stuck with a sticker to the inside of my shield.
All right.
Yeah, you guys could get married. I could make up stuff about my made-up wife.
I love it.
James
We,
has the
um,
picture of the drone. Yeah.
Did she stick an eggplant sticker on it? And it's like, this was an ancient symbol in times. We don't know what it stood for.
She knows what.
Just a big old eggplant.
You should
All
get
right.
that checked out then, Miles. If she knows what that
It's
stood
so
for.
purple, and I don't know why.
Okay, so you follow the tracks with the Turbo Razor.
Oh, this
Now
feels
you guys-
very circle.
Do we want to leave the wreck behind though, without giving it a glance?
I
You mean,
do.
like checking it out and see if there's people in it.
Yeah.
Well, if
I
it's
do.
are you worried about our ship, or what are you worried about?
I'm just worried somebody could be hiding in there.
Well,
We
they
did,
probably
we did the heat scan.
they would have shown up on our Auspex reading.
You did the heat scan, and you're fairly certain, like with Patrick's roll of a dirty 20, that there are no people hiding on it. All the heat signatures were very minor and like from batteries rather than people. You have secured your ship. You have Gwen on it, and she can be on the PDCs if she needs to.
All right.
Steal on board this ship.
Okay. No, I'm good with that then.
Okay.
Just like Septimus on that landing platform on Cried.
We can settle your extra dronies onto security detail too. They'll like go off if something happens.
Yeah.
Like explode?
No, like an alarm system.
Oh.
No, they got little handguns. Taped.
No.
We have a security droid, and his name is Droidimus Prime.
Droidimus Prime.
I don't know if there's are there security ones? Probably not.
Yup.
Oh shit. Scary.
Scary ones.
And awesome. We have those.
Those are military hardware.
Who do you think we got them from? Mustafa.
Martians.
Yeah, right? I mean, if anybody had one, it would be...
Oh, we all have
It'd be
power
him, yeah.
armor. I almost forgot. We
Yeah,
all
we are all
Of course.
fully outkitted in Martian power.
That's what happened in
We
the last
covered
3
that,
years.
right?
Yeah. Cool. So, you drive off and you follow these tracks from a distance enough that you're not like messing them up with the treads of your Jeep. And about 50 meters away from the Rattel, pretty close, you find a recess in a cliff face. At the back of the recess, the rock becomes smooth, almost like glass. And there is a circular area about 2 meters across, resembling an iris valve.
Jerry, do the thing.
Do you still have magic powers?
I assume so. It's like in my DNA.
You know what? Let's establish some stuff that your characters would have learned in those 3 years. Your powers only work on Augia and in areas where there is a large enough concentration of the nanite machines that are all over Augia. So it works on Augia, it worked on that center, it works on your ship because you've got a bunch of them from being on Augia, but it doesn't work in Medina.
So I'm guessing you tried to show off, and then everyone just thinks you're crazy.
And so
I lost so many bets in so many bars.
So because you're in your suit right now, you have a small amount of ability to affect things, but that will deplete. However, as you approach this door, it irises open.
How sharp is the aperture?
Like sharp looking.
Oh, I hate it.
They probably won't.
I jump through fast.
Yeah. It excuse me. Inside, it definitely looks airlock-like. There is a small chamber with another valve on the other side.
Right, let's go in.
And once
James
the
will-
4 of you have crossed over that area, the one behind you closes, and the one in front of you opens.
Before we step through, I go, guys, are we really doing this? I thought we put this stuff behind. Can we just fly around?
Oh, sorry,
Miles?
there is another step.
You might get superpowers this time.
I don't want to do any more weird space stuff.
Sorry, the iris closes behind you, and then your suits begin to let you know that the area is pressurizing with breathable air.
Ooh, cool. Worrying and cool.
Did we send our location back to Gwen?
Yep. Your suits all
Where we
have
are.
your suits all have transmitters that are connected back to the ship. You got your
space Fitbits.
yeah, space Fitbits.
Yeah, that's right.
And Gwen is like, is this what it looked like? No. That one was greener and brighter on the one between the suns. She's looking through the cameras of your helmets.
Oh, she's with us.
We got the drone.
wait
too,
on my camera.
wide angle. Right.
Yeah. It takes about 10 minutes for everything to fully come up to pressure, and then the second door irises open, revealing a tunnel complex.
Gun out.
Your suit reads that the atmosphere in here is breathable. Yeah. Well, I should describe that in a little bit more detail. The walls and floor of this sort of airlock type area is made of something that looks like smooth stone in almost like an organic lattice work. The lattice looks like a dark mother of pearl and gives off blue hues when the light strikes it. So as you sort of turn your helmets along a surface, it'll give you blue highlights.
Hmm.
Cool.
My rifle's out.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I think we just do that by default now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As the iris opens up, the tunnel network ahead of you, floors, walls, ceilings, all made of the same sort of mother of pearl bluish-esque lattice work. But it is interwoven with cables, and there are occasionally strange protrusions with no discernible function. Along the cables, little blue lights flicker at apparently random intervals. Your suits tell you that the air is slightly above like a comfortable temperature, maybe like 27, 28 degrees Celsius for anybody watching.
A comfortable 28 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, Kelvin.
Oh God.
Comfortable to what?
Water bears.
Maybe.
Capybaras.
Capybara.
I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
And is it just like a straight shot deep in, or we see like branching tunnels? What do we see?
So the corridor that you're at is about 6 meters wide, floor sloping gently downward and straight ahead. The ceiling is 4 meters above you, so quite large. And as you sort of like look forward, you can see that there is a splotch of paint on the wall, a yellow paint with an arrow with a word scrawled beside it, and it says Rattel, and it's pointing down the corridor.
Does it look real rough?
Yeah, like hand painted.
Yeah.
Follow the arrows. It's great.
Well, we all have our helmets still on, so we're
Yes.
silent
Yeah, I'm not taking
talking.
my
So I'm just gonna say, like,
you can transmit to each other. Yeah.
like, do we want to announce our presence, or are we going in quiet?
I think quiet and
Sneaky.
see what's up first is a good idea.
Okay, James is gonna get down into an awkward crouch.
You can walk, James.
Yeah, but the camera's on. I want to look good. Do I look cool, or do I look...
Gwen,
Well,
does he look cool?
We're not crouching, so you don't look cool.
Okay, guys.
Gwen's
Gwen says-
watching. Gwen, does he look cool?
No, he looks a little awkward.
Okay. Can we do another take? Can we back up?
Yeah, she's like, put a little bit more like motion back and forth with your rifle or pistol. What's James using?
Well, he's got his armor piercing rifle.
Yeah. Just do a little bit more of the like side to side.
I like it.
So you follow this corridor forward about 20 meters, and then you find a T intersection. There's another arrow that points you, to the left. The way forward levels out, but the passages to the right and left slope sharply downward. There's another intersection. There's another yellow arrow pointing forward, and you kind of just can continue following these. There are branching paths at this point, but there's a clear path forward for you.
Does it look clean in here?
Messy in that there are cables, but like not dirty with like dust or age or anything like that. Like you have to step over bundled cables, move around sort of like wall protrusions with no apparent like function. Everything is dark except for sort of the flickering blue lights and your flashlights.
Why did they go in here?
Breathable air.
Yeah, but why would they have gone so deep?
That's what she said. Let's follow the arrows.
I guess, yeah. I mean, let's find these, what I assume are the people in a sci-fi horror movie that have caused problems.
Yeah, well, do you think
There's a
these
bunch
guys
of
will piece
leathery
together?
eggs.
Well, I'll take my
Wait.
helmet off and I'll poke him.
There's a little snaky looking one. And saying hello.
Yeah. Who's the map guy? You're gonna get lost. Yeah.
Would you like to blow some smoke into its face? You travel about another 50 meters before the corridor ends. There is a 3 meter in diameter octagonal archway set into the wall. This material is not sort of the same lattice work. It is perfectly smooth, but still has sort of the dark mother of pearl sheen. But like you just kind of, you're a couple of meters away and like seeing the corridor ends here.
Jerry, stand back. James, you go up to it.
Because I'm the captain?
Well, I just want to
Yep.
see, is it Jerry's nanite thing, or is it just opening to anyone? Because how did they get in here? Do they have someone who has special stuff?
Okay.
And
I'm
James moves forward.
Yeah, I'll take a step forward. Or
Yeah.
a few steps.
Once you get within 1 meter of this door, it irises open just like the other one.
Like, maybe I'm special. So, Miles, you'll have to get
I've
the
been
next
claiming
one.
that for years.
I'll take it.
I almost said it. Whew, that was almost stepped over the precipice there. Nope.
I felt it.
Nope. You didn't. I didn't say the word. Let's
It's
move
in
on.
here.
It's in the tunnel. Let's go.
Beyond the door is a scene of gross horror.
Oh, never mind.
Your lights play across a scene of devastation. It is clear the crew of the Rattel had made camp here, but something terrible happened. Parts of multiple bodies are strewn about the wreckage of the campsite. Sleeping bags lie torn and bloody, and strange pieces of metal and shell casings are scattered on the floor.
This crew just had the worst luck. I feel so bad for them.
This chamber itself is about 15 meters wide and 30 meters long. The ceiling is higher than the tunnels that you've been going, like about double. And the area is illuminated with a bluish glow from some cylinders up on the top of the area that like run from the cables. So this is like built-in lighting. It's not something that they brought here, which is probably why they considered this a good camp. There is a smaller hexagonal archway on the far side of the chamber. And I think that is a good place to take a quick break.
As we stare upon a scene of gore.
That's it. We're leaving.
Okay, bye.
Time to go.
And like
Done our
Gwen over the comms goes, "Oh no."
Don't look.
Don't look. All right. Go to a little bit of a break. 5-minute break.
5-minute break.
Get water,
Perfect.
stand up.
I
Cool.
was gonna ask for that anyway.
Yeah. And we're back. The crew of the Hound of Hades has arrived on a small moon in the outer planetary area of the system Castilla. There was a small, faint distress call. You've dropped in. You found the ship damaged, but no life signs aboard. You did find evidence that they left the ship for shelter elsewhere. You entered a cave complex with strange technology, keeping it warm and with a breathable atmosphere, and you found their base camp and their remains.
Their grave.
So, once again, the scene is one of devastation and horror. They clearly made camp here, but they have been attacked and killed. There was clearly a fight. Shell casings from weapons fire are scattered across the floor, as well as large pieces of metal. On the far end of the room is a smaller hexagonal archway similar to the one that you just opened.
Is there any, sign that anyone went through that door?
You could go ahead and take a look through. That could be... Yeah?
No, I don't want to step into this room unless I can see...
I think we're about
there's
to
something.
wrap this up and get
Oh, everybody's
Yeah.
were heading out?
Yeah. I mentioned
I'm
Event
honestly,
Horizon before.
I'm definitely honestly well, if we can't prove anyone else is alive, we've done our due diligence, but I just want to kind of be do I see, little bloody footprints stepping off, or...
You can go ahead and make a perception test.
To be very clear, I'm not stepping in this room.
Okay. Intuition, searching, or tracking would potentially help you out here.
How about survival? No.
Yeah, survival will work.
Yeah?
Survival,
Okay.
tracking, those are all kind of in the same...
Ooh. 17.
Yeah, tracking's more tracking. Survival is more like getting food and stuff, but all good. 17
Nope.
is...
19.
19.
If I get to add my survival, 19.
Okay. 17 was just barely enough. 19 is much better. Oh, actually, we did have... I'm going to call one scene end for, looking at the ship, but the travel to this area I'm not going to call a scene, so we're just going to put the churn up by 1, so it churns at 2.
You don't really... I don't know if you guys know that the churn is bad.
We only need 8 more to get to the next one. That's ways away.
That never happens. And we're...
As we go, and the churn goes up by that, and then also up by that, and then on this one, oh, the churn turns over. It's crazy.
But as a fun reminder, in our next campaign of Fantasy Age, we'll be using the Daring Pool, which means when something bad happens to you, it goes up, and then when it gets really high, you get to do good things with it.
I'll dance for that.
I say we need a new dance.
Daring. Oh, you do oh.
We all just pull the pins on grenades.
Oh,
Wait, that's not daring.
nope. That's just
sounds-
terrifying.
Yeah.
We were watching an episode, Ronan and I were watching an episode of Stargate SG-1, and there's a moment where somebody's got a grenade, and then they take them out and the grenade drops to the ground. Or no, it doesn't drop to the ground. Jack grabs the person's hands and carefully pulls the grenade away and then reaches around on the ground for the pin and puts it back in. And Ronan's like, what just happened? So I had to explain the mechanics of you pull a pin, the thing flips off, and then, yeah. Anyways.
It's called the spoon.
Oh. Very good. The spoon flips off once you remove the pin. So,
Once that's happened, you do not get to put it back.
Jen, with a 19, you do notice signs that someone visited the camp after the massacre. You find a trail from stepping in blood that leads from where you are to the archway on the far side of the chamber.
Is it like boot prints?
Yeah.
Or like claw prints?
Boot prints.
Slithering.
Jerry, we have to see if anyone else lived.
This is your
Do we
last
know?
mission.
I mean, we can't leave them here to die.
But remember, we were like gonna go back to the ranch and see your
We
family. I get married.
We will. But we can't let someone starve to death here.
What if they aren't starving to death? What if the person that left is the one who did this to everybody else?
Then, Jerry, we have to find that person and punish them for their crimes. But if they are in need of help, we have to provide that help.
And over the comms, Gwen says, Miles, I love you. Be safe.
I grab James's head and turn the camera towards me, and I go, "You know I always am."
Do you kiss the camera?
Don't look at me,
though?
James. Don't look at me.
Don't look
Don't
at
make
me.
it weird. I'm not talking to you.
Another arm and be like, I always knew we had a connection.
James, stop it. I'm not talking to you. I gotta get a handy cam or something.
You just gotta grab Droney.
Yeah, yeah.
So what
Actually,
do you do?
because this is a sci-fi movie, we all have cameras pointed at our own faces
And
for no
lights.
reason. With
Yeah.
lights.
And lights.
Gotta see those beautiful actors' faces. I mean, Jerry is incredibly attractive.
Oh, this
Attractive bonus. That's why I went
Fiance
into
is
politics.
So hot.
Yes,
I'll take
my
Jerry's
wife is
hand.
hot.
I'll take Jerry's hand and like, we got this, babe.
I hold my taser in my other hand.
And I mean, let's be honest, at this point, we've gotten at it much worse than this.
But
Jill,
should
what
you
did
run,
say? Why
Miles?
would you say that?
Why? Do you remember how you said this is your last trip? That's why. I figure if we're all just gonna throw grenades on our own feet.
Maybe there's landmines behind that door.
I don't want to talk about landmines.
All right,
Why
so what's
landmine?
the heck door?
All right.
Still rifles up. My rifle's still. I'm gonna let go of Jerry's hand and rifle up.
So up until now, as you approach the doors, they have opened as soon as you get close to them. This one does not open. And like, so you're stepping through this room, sort of dodging between like, you know, remains and like strange humps, like heaps of metal, and like there's scrap metal. I'm not gonna say these metal things are jumping out at you. And then when you get to the door, it does not open.
Is it possible to identify from the remains what might have caused the damage to them?
That's what I was gonna ask you. I was gonna say, could like his wife be like watching the monitors and she could do like the medicine roll?
I'm so glad I married a doctor. What a great...
You could make an intelligence medicine test with a +1 bonus from Gwen's help.
Jerry, you're real smart.
Yeah.
I totally have intelligence medicine.
Then you really should do that.
Jerry!
All right. And Gwen will help you. She'll give you a +1 as like you two are sort of batting back and forth, like a couple of ideas of what like might have happened and so on.
I'm putting body parts together.
Oh,
You remember what the last time the body parts went together? What happened? It's like a monster.
Oh, that's right. It was a monster.
Dr. Hottie Pilati?
Oh, Dr. Hottie Pilati. Okay, I got a 17 with a +1 be 18.
Shoo! Woo! Yep. And so you can tell that the bodies have been cut and sawed apart in some cases. Like, quite brutal stuff. You can tell from this that there was probably about 5 individuals. You know that the crew manifest that shipped out from Medina had 6.
Had how many?
6.
So there's that missing one.
A lone survivor or a serial killer? Got it.
Serial killer, yeah.
Part of the really high roll here is going to be that the metal, like scrap bits of metal around here, some of them have blood and sort of a bluish fluid on them. It looks as if these were what was doing the damage, and you can see that there are bullet holes in some of the larger pieces.
Do they look like they might have been a machine that was animate prior?
Correct.
Cool. Builder stuff. What a shock.
Do we like hear conveyor belts?
In
Body
the
parts on them
distance.
anywhere?
We hear the sound of robotic octopi.
Oh.
Well, James is
gonna-
going to say... Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I say James is going to say, well, the door's locked, so we can't get any further.
And this
I
is
guess
the
we
end.
gotta turn around, right?
Jerry's gonna take the butt of her rifle and knock on the door 3 times.
You're telling Jerry.
No,
to-
and like a dun da da dun dun.
Well,
So that they know it's a
James
human.
is gonna back up
Interesting.
back to the entrance.
Your character's name is Rix, by the way.
I was gonna
What did I
say
say?
Jerry
Jerry.
doesn't have a rifle.
Sorry, Jerry. Rix does.
For the 400th millionth time.
Rix does shave and a haircut.
Yep.
You hear a very gentle 2 bits. And then does the S in Morse code as if starting SOS and then stops.
Rapey.
Do 3 dots and then 3 dashes.
Well,
Do you
they
want-
got
does
killed
somebody-
halfway through that.
Does somebody want to make a perception intuition test?
I'll see if I can percept. I don't have intuition, but does anybody else have intuition?
No.
All right, here we go.
See the way.
Ooh,
Miles.
16.
Yeah.
Bet.
You definitely get the sense that the person behind this door is worried that a large metallic robot might be tapping on the door and is looking to confirm that you're human.
I start doing a popular drum line.
Dun, 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 dun.
Just do the O.
No, I just
Pull out a whiplash, do like a 3-minute drum.
It's the only way to know that we're human and not just knowing what SOS is.
Yeah, the only way to know that you're human is to play Phil Collins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is like a 200 and some year old song.
Yeah. I mean, it's like us playing Beethoven or something.
There's like a good chance that they don't know.
Yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
if I was trapped somewhere and I was like, I wonder if these people on the other side of this door are human, and they started hammering out Beethoven, I'd be like, I don't know what that is. That just sounded like chaos.
Do they do anything in return to Phil Collins?
The door will iris open.
You did it!
Phil Collins always works.
And like sort of crouched back holding a pistol in a defensive position is a young woman, probably in her early 20s, dark skin, short hair, like sort of must appearance with like blood stains and so on, no apparent wounds, and she's in a small chamber just like 4 meters square, with a bunch of crates with like foodstuffs and a sleeping bag rolled out. Not much in the way of light. And she looks up at you and she says, "You got my signal?"
Yeah.
We did. Now, let's go. Like now.
Yeah, let's go. They could be back
Do you
any
have a
minute.
suit?
A suit? Yeah. And she kind of rummages back into this area, and she pulls out a spacesuit that says Rattel on it, and it has a name tag that says Kaylee.
I mean, might
yeah.
not be her name. No.
Yeah.
It says
Serial killed everyone.
Kaylee Rajar.
I think with the robots there, it's pretty solid evidence there's not a serial killer.
No, I
feel like.
100% at this point in our adventures, when we find a bunch of people butchered and like robots looking like they've been shot to pieces, we put the usual suspects together of, oh yeah, robots came alive and killed everyone, of course.
So if we ever
We'd
wanted
be
to take
so
out like
excited.
rivals,
The murderer.
Oh.
but you could commit crime so easily. Just keep robot parts around and throw them on the ground.
Just dump out robot parts and shoot them full of holes. A robot did it.
A robot did it. I don't. Frontier space, right?
And we'd be like, of course it did. Of course a robot killed all your friends.
Yeah.
Now, welcome to our ship. Walk around unattended.
And she says, what day is it? Like, what is... How long?
It was like a week, right?
Yeah, and so if you give her sort of like a centralized Medina date, she kind of counts back and she says, okay, it's been about a week. Since they came. I can still hear them walking around. So we've got to move fast. We got to get out of here.
Let's go.
If I had a nickel for every time robots came out of a place we were and tried to kill everybody, I'd have way too many nickels. You know what I mean? I think
What's a nickel?
I just used that sentence, but I don't know.
Like the ore? Nickel ore?
Yeah, if I had a chunk of nickel ore.
And like as she kind of steps into the light, you can see like her dark hair has like a little bit of a reddish tinge. She has large dark brown eyes. Looks like she might have some like Southeast Asian ancestry, but also just like reddish tinge to the hair. A little bit older than what you immediately thought when she was crouching, like she might be in her mid-20s, and just kind of petite. But yeah, she gets into her suit and holds her pistol out and like starts. She's ready to go when you're ready to go.
Which is right now.
Okay. We
Okay.
are going.
All right.
James, do you want to take front with me in our rifles, or should we do one front, one back?
Yeah, sure. I'll lead the way out.
You lead, because you have the armor piercing. I don't.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take back.
Are you covering the rear, or are you just both in the front?
No, I'm in the rear.
Okay.
I think we should put our new friend in between me and Miles just to keep tabsies.
I don't 100% trust her.
We'll
Me
move in like a
neither.
diamond pattern. We've practiced this. I mean,
And we have.
we yeah. Okay, we hold
Yeah.
up some fingers.
All right.
None of us know what that means.
I really like that.
And as you're moving back out into the tunnel complex, following sort of those arrows in an opposite direction, your suit's microphones pick up movement, the sound of something heavy walking, and around the corner, a large, like crab-like looking robot comes up, clearly with weapons trained. Let me just double check. These are not like shooting weapons, but like bladed weapons up the front, and they are moving towards you.
I don't think we hesitate, do we?
I don't think that, like, it's like a thing comes around the corner and we're just already shooting.
Yeah.
So used to monster robots. Oh, big heavy thing. I bet it's a guy.
Okay, let me just place you. You said James was at the back?
No,
He's in the lead, yeah. Okay.
So pleased about it.
It's because you're the captain.
I feel like I'm going to be saying I was the captain. But the first
long
captain
I mean,
of the
we
ship.
escaped the Lenape, and that was 5 horror movies.
Yup.
If you die, we'll put a picture of you at our wedding.
That's good.
That's nice.
No,
yeah.
we'll strap a picture of you onto one of the drones.
That's exactly
Fly
what
it
I was
around.
Just hang a suit underneath it, like a tuxedo, so it's just hanging down with James's face. Like a ghost. Better yet, a ghost. One of those flying drosts?
Drost. It's now a drost if it's got a drone.
Drost.
attached.
Drost. I'm just gonna reveal all of this lovely stuff.
Oh, it's so much grosser than I was picturing.
It is. I was picturing it really clean.
And let me.
But
where
it
is
sucks.
Is
like
this
you
the IRL map?
No. This is a map
No.
from Tom Kartos.
Top Gatos!
Carlos! We love you.
All right, where's the exit?
Deep in our Tom Hartos.
I will show you in just 1 second.
I sure hope one day he finds all the videos where we
Yeah.
pass over him and he's like, "Who are you?"
Who are you?
What's happening? Do I have a
Okay.
cult?
I am going to move our lovely viewers to our virtual tabletop. Ooh, I didn't double check the virtual tabletop.
Oh no!
So we're gonna hope that it looks great.
Everyone cross your fingers.
Here we go. The virtual tabletop.
Instant.
Beautiful, gorgeous. Hey, let's just say we're Roll20 ambassadors and we're using Roll20. Let me just do a little modification and drop the opacity on those grid squares, make it a little bit prettier. And let's roll some initiative. You can see this lovely map as created by Tom Kartos.
Tom Kartos! How do we roll initiative again?
Dexterity initiative test. Let's do like so. But not get the door in the initiative.
And you can't stunt off of initiative.
Correct. It's basically
Correct.
like a reflexive test.
Unless you're cool like me.
What?
But we're not.
Oh.
It's only because I can use
Gun
accuracy
stunts?
pistols.
Okay, I typed mine in.
I always forget I'm dexterous AF.
Dextro amino.
Dextro amino.
Yes, I'm an acid.
Ooh, wow. I rolled really, really well for the security construct.
Are you sure
Don't
they're
love
not?
Hopefully
Good.
not higher than 18.
I rolled
Not high.
so high. Oh, when I stunned. Sick.
Ooh, I also rolled high for the other construct. I did tie with Green Dot. Who is Green Dot?
Green dot.
Oh, and we got extra characters at the bottom.
I don't see green dot.
I don't see green dot. I don't know what you're seeing.
So they're on
I'm gone
different,
now.
They're on a different map, which means I'm able to see them as a GM.
Oh.
Was green dot the secret character that's been?
Look, green dot has left us.
So Tyler, how much was your initiative?
18.
18. Okay. For some reason, I'm not seeing it on the player turn order. That's just really odd.
We're not in there. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gone now.
You killed us.
I must have deleted the wrong ones then. So I deleted the ones that were on the other map.
Hmm.
So
Is
I'm
that-
going to.
One supposed to be highlighted?
Yeah, there's one that is highlighted. 17.
Yeah.
There, I'm gonna type in. There, I typed mine back in.
Thank you. 17 highlighted. Oh, I think it's just because they're at the top of the initiative order and it's saying it's their turn.
25.
25, Patrick?
Yeah. 665 plus 8.
There we go. Highlighted just means top of the initiative order. Which,
Gotcha.
surprise, surprise, it's Miles.
Oh my God, I've been talking this whole time.
Oh,
And I
are
was-
you
Didn't hear
muted?
any of it.
No, we heard
Yeah.
nothing.
The person is between Jerry and Miles, not between me and Jerry.
Okay.
Just for the record.
That is correct. Thanks, honey.
You're welcome, babes.
Your suit's mic was off this whole time.
Yeah.
And-
Just
Screaming
screaming.
into my
Yeah.
helmet.
Yeah.
So,
What are you doing?
if we zoom out and show a little bit more of this map, you can see that this is sort of the, where they were. Back here is where Kaylee was. You've come out a little bit, and the exit is over here. To the left.
Oh, that's the whole thing. Okay.
Oh, I see a path straight there.
All right. Patrick, what does Miles do?
I'm just checking. Because I got 665. Unfortunately, I did get a 6 on the drama die.
Let me just pop that churn
Yeah.
up to 3. Do. Oh,
Yeah,
let me pop it
that's-
up to 4 because we ended the scene of the investigation and started a combat scene.
This is what I'm talking about, Tyler.
I got a 6 on my. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I got a 6 on my initiative dice. Does that matter?
No, that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, yes, I guess. It's a 6 on your drama die, but it's not on a stuntable test, so I'm just going to say no right now.
So this was technically an initiative check, correct?
Correct.
Can I? Because it says you can use general combat stunts or gun stunts.
Okay.
If I use combat stunts,
Yeah.
a lot of them are like on this attack.
Yeah, so those
But
ones
this-
just
it-
wouldn't work.
They just wouldn't work on this.
Yeah. So, like, for example, you could skirmish, and you could move yourself.
Okay.
Move yourself or your attacks target 2 meters for each stunt point spent. So you could just move 12 meters. You could move 6 squares.
Okay. And I'm assuming lightning attack wouldn't work, even though it just says make a second attack on your turn.
Yeah. No, because it's not your turn. I mean, it's technically your turn, but we're still resolving the
The
stunt
initiative
of the
before
initiative.
turns are decided. Makes sense. Okay. That's not super great then. I mean, a lot of them are like seize the initiative and stuff, which is cool.
It also lets you, like, the move is important. Taking cover is a possibility. If you're already hurt, you could start by adrenaline rushing.
Oh, that's a good point. Those are helpful.
You do Overwatch -1.
You can actually
attack
move.
rolls.
Yeah, and you can move an ally with group tactics.
Does anybody want to get closer? I feel like the
Yeah.
answer is no.
I like how that could be you shoving someone.
Yeah. Hey.
Whew.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count.
And for anybody watching as we're doing this discovery and so on, the like kind of weird framing I've got going on with the map is just kind of one of the restrictions of Roll20, unless you're using Jump Gate. Jump Gate is their new beta features, which allows you a lot more control about where you actually place the map on your screen. It's so helpful for streamers, and this particular like Expanse campaign wasn't built in Jump Gate, but our next stuff will be. Just a little plug there for Roll20.
I think Overwatch is pretty good stunt.
Well, I think I
With
might
Merrick
precision marksmanship. If you make an attack with a firearm that benefits from the aim bonus before the end of your next turn, increase the aim bonus by +1 per SP spent.
Ooh, well, that's some pretty good gun stunts right there.
So that would apply. And I think I will. So I think I'll go. I can do 3 of that. I think I'll do 3 each. Does that seem smart? I have 6 points to spend.
Yeah.
Also double team.
Can't double team. I think that's the extra attack, isn't it?
It says choose one ally to make an immediate attack.
Oh, that's interesting. That technically could work.
Yeah.
Who must be within sight and range of the allies' attack.
Oh, of the allies' attack. But
You have
the
to
allies'
have
attack,
made-
Patrick
yeah.
has not made an attack. Yeah.
Otherwise, it wouldn't be a double team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
So I think what I'll do, I think I'll
Cold
go.
shot. These look heavily armored.
What's called shot under guns?
Under guns, for 4 stun points, you target an exposed part of your opponent's body. The attack's damage becomes penetrating.
But again, that's under the attack. If I had made an attack.
Oh yes, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
I think ricochet would be okay because it says make a trick shot that ignores stun points spent.
But they're not in
The
cover.
armor.
I looked at that one.
Oh, in the cover, yeah.
Yeah.
It would
what
still
I'm gonna
get you a
do-
shot.
Is I'm going to go 2 points into Overwatch.
Okay.
I'm going to go 2 points into Precision Marksmanship.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go... What's the other one? What was I just looking at? Skirmish. There you go.
Okay. So then we will pump the churn up by 1 for you spending more than 4 or more stun points.
Yeah.
Churn's at 5. You skirmish 2 squares.
I'm just going to go... Oh, that's not the selecty guy. I'm going to go here.
Okay. Are you sure? Because now you can't aim and attack.
Oh, that's a very... I can move, though, can't I?
Yeah, but then you can't aim.
Then I
Because
would
aim's a
lose the
minor.
aim bonus. That's a
Yeah.
fair point. Can I see them from down the tunnel if I don't move?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So I mean, you might as well just go 3 and 3, right?
Yeah, I'll go 3 and 3.
Yeah, 3
I'll
Overwatch.
reduce their SP spent by 3, and
Okay.
I'll gain a +3 bonus to my aiming bonus, which is already better because I'm awesome at shooting.
And now it's your turn. You aim as your minor
I
action.
take the aim minor action,
You gain VATS.
which gives me a +2. Yeah, which gives me a +2 instead of a +1. +3 is +5. Which is really great. Would this robot have a dexterity higher than 5?
It does not, no.
Beautiful news. Okay, then I will shoot with my gun. Gun style. Oh, which is stunting again.
Woohoo!
So that's 8 +5 +5 is 18. $26 to hit.
Oh yeah, easily a hit.
I will called shot because I do get 5 points on the stunt die
Okay.
to make
Dang.
it penetrating.
Penetrating, and now let's double check. Let's remember, armor piercing reduces the armor by 2. Penetrating ignores the armor. Is that correct?
I believe that is true.
So I think the taser's penetrating.
Yes.
That's where we looked it up.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. That is ridiculous. Because, let me tell you, they got good armor.
I mean, it's just basically armor, right?
Yeah, some damage is defined as penetrating, meaning it ignores a character's toughness. This includes some forms of energy damage. If a target is hit with penetrating damage, ignore toughness and move on to the next step. And toughness is Constitution plus armor. It's not separate from armor, so yeah. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Oof. That's great news, Bears.
Yeah, it's bad news, Bears.
So that's 3d6. Ooh. We likey these numbers.
We likey big numbers.
Me likey! It's just adding single-digit numbers together. It should not be difficult.
We'll get an abacus for
Let me just pull.
23 damage.
Bloody hell.
Ignoring toughness.
Yeah. Like a ridiculously strong hit. Like,
What kind of handgun do you have? Like a...
and like you hit it center, not like center mass, like you hit right in a joint where there isn't as much armor. It blows a bunch of damage into the middle of the machine, and like you see it slump a little bit before moving back towards you. That was minor and major. You're all done?
I'm all done.
Then it is James's turn.
Ooh, okay. So that was against the one in the very front.
That was this one, yeah.
Double tap it.
Is it looking pretty damaged? Like,
Yeah. Like 2/3 of
more.
health gone.
I
okay.
remember I have the face mask.
I'm going to like take a knee or whatever, like aim, and I'm going to shoot it.
All right.
So I'm gonna like take aim just gives you +1.
Correct. And you have armor piercing.
Yeah, and that's accuracy rifles. Oh man, well I stunted, but I didn't roll great. Does a 13 do it?
A 13 hits exactly.
Okay, awesome. And I have 3 stunt points. So, what was the stunt again that made it penetrating?
That was
It's 4.
4 points.
It's 4,
called
okay. So I have 3 stunt points.
You want to modify your
So-
dice?
Yeah. Oh no,
You
because
could
I'd have to
spend
modify.
8 fortune. Pump
No, I
that
don't wanna
up.
do that.
It's
Come on, you got like
pretty
40
worth it.
fortune.
Yeah.
If I modify it, then I put the churn up even more.
Then it only goes to
Red
6.
Oh no.
Oh gosh. No, there's another one here that I saw that. I'm just gonna do Overwatch, I guess.
Give it additional
I mean, I've done
negatives.
that.
Because I mean,
Double
like,
team
give it
also
some
works.
additional negatives. Which one?
Double team.
Double team. Yeah. You know what? Maybe I'll do double team and then give Miles another
Yeah.
go.
I mean, you could also vicious blow and just get an additional d6 on your damage die.
No, I'm gonna do double team and
Okay.
then a point of Overwatch.
All right, so an additional -1 on its attack.
Yeah, I'll give it to Miles because I don't think Rix and Jerry can shoot from back there.
I think he just means by line of sight, not talking about your competency.
Yeah,
No,
just
I was gonna
literally
say, I
the
think-
bend in the hallway. Yeah,
It's,
because Rix
it's a
has the
game. You
rifle.
can shoot from anywhere, but you should give it to Miles.
All right, cool. So Tyler, damage.
Okay.
I just realized that Overwatch is way better than I thought it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I read it
I did
very
not-
wrong, and I thought it subtracted SP from them on if they stunt. And I was like, I mean, that's cool. Then he can't do cool stuff.
No, it's -1 for their
Minus
attack.
attack is way better.
Yeah. I think we've given minus like 4.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mine's 4 right now.
I only got a 6, but it has -2 toughness. Probably quite enough to get through.
6 damage.
Yeah.
No damage.
Okay.
Even with the -2?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
James is gonna shoot and then look at Miles and be like, "Okay, how about you do what you did again?"
No, like this.
All right, go ahead and make an attack roll. Again, you cannot stunt on this attack roll.
Because it is a gained stunt attack.
Yeah.
Jesus. These are.
Oh, no.
Some
Oh, sorry.
I can't
Plus one.
stunt?
Never mind. Not +1 damage.
Maybe you'd be nice and let me stunt on it because I rolled real great.
Nope.
Fine. 12 plus that is 25 to hit.
Yeah, you know that it's a 13 because Tyler just barely hit it a 13, so.
I actually got a 14, but because I forgot about the +1. But
665 is what this guy rolled.
That's
again.
good damage.
No, that wasn't damage, right? That was attack.
Oh, okay.
Damage is.
now do that again.
That's 19. 22 damage on this one, not penetrating.
22? How do you get that high of? I did roll a 6 only.
All of my stuff is for damage, is for shooting and making damage better.
22 damage. Just want to be clear.
Yes.
1 hit point left.
Oh. Hold on. Do I have a thing that lets me shoot through armor or some stupid thing? I don't think I do.
It looks rough, but now it's on to its turn.
Oh no.
Technically, it's actually the one in the back. So it's gonna move.
It's flanking us.
Flank this. Pew, 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 pew.
Why didn't I move?
Yeah, so this one runs along the outside, and it kind of like, you see it crawl up the wall and begin to run along the wall as it moves around to the outside here. It does have to take the run action, so it is not able to... Yeah.
I think I'm going to take the run action next turn.
Where they're going to be around you.
Yeah.
I feel like
Through us?
Oof.
Yeah, hey, guys, get out of the way!
Yeah, so it is going to run in that way and not use a minor action, whereas the other one is going to move directly forward towards James. And it has razor sharp, like, talon-like things that are now slashing towards you. With, excuse me, a -4, though. Okay. Pretty good. Does a 16 hit you?
Ooh, James does a cool dodge out of the way.
Oh no. Really?
17
Ooh.
for defense.
17?
Yeah.
James limbos. He's young, he's got a good back.
Alright, well, that is my turn. Yeah, the one runs along the side and then comes around. You can see that it has, like, sort of like multi-tools that are moving and buzzing, like drills and so on, and coming towards you. The other one comes forward with the slashy arms, and you dodge out of the way. Rix's turn.
How bad is it if if I were to come around to the side here? Or here, maybe.
Yeah.
And, like, pistol? Is there a chance I'd hit James or Miles?
No. It's not kind of that sort of system.
Can I go around?
Yeah, if you got the movement.
Can you run on the wall all cool, though?
Yeah.
You can do that.
I
that'd be
have
cool.
Dexterity 5, Gymnastics 2,
Oh,
Parkour.
Yell it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Though.
Parkour.
Jen, your movement speed is...
I'm glad, because I can't find it.
Speed is 15. So I believe you can move 7 squares. Because each square is 2 meters. So you can move...
Okay, so I can't move enough to see it.
I think you're really close, though. Yeah, that's 7 if you cut the corner.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
Can you see that? That
No.
Okay.
I can see it.
That's,
I can see your thing.
my arrow?
I can't see the squares because my screen is too dark.
That's really funny because it doesn't show it up for the
Oh, for the
for
viewers.
the viewers, yeah. But I did
Yeah, I can see it.
this.
Yep, I see her.
There you go.
Pew pew. And I also have. So it's not as good as my rifle, but I just don't think I should shoot my rifle at him. But I do have pistol style, so I have +1 to damage
Okay.
with my pistol.
The
Excellent.
rifle's 3d6, I guess, eh?
Yeah, but again, is it more than going to hit you if I shoot with a rifle?
Nope.
Yeah, so the I think the rule would be considered under just sort of like generic benefits and penalties. And it would be the sort of thing like if you were to flip over the churn, I might have you hit a friend.
Okay.
And like shooting into melee might be like a -2 sort of thing.
The other issue with the rifle that I should shoot the rifle is, remember we never rode it, we lost it. So I know it's a rifle with the same,
That's
close
right.
to the same stats as James's, but it had
Yeah.
different attributes.
Yeah.
We
Don't remember what
lost.
those are.
Do you just want it to be the same as mine then?
Yeah, roll 20
Because
lost
it's
it.
-2 toughness. Yeah.
No, mine definitely wasn't that. It was something cool.
It had a
that
thing
is-
where
But I-
like you could set it up and it would do something on the next round.
That's okay. I'll use your stats though.
See what
So
happens when you guys go shopping without me?
Yeah.
When you were
I-
sick.
yeah, I also don't have my new armor on here either, so I'm a wreck. What's the bonus to the shooting?
So there's no
No bonus?
bonus,
Just my
but
flat roll.
yeah, the rifle.
Yeah.
Well, you have to have like accuracy rifles.
Using your accuracy, yeah.
Accuracy. I have accuracy pistols. Do I still get to add my rifle? But just not pistol.
You can shoot with your pistol instead, then, and you get +2 to hit.
You're more
No.
likely to hit with the pistol. You might do more damage with the rifle.
No, I've already decided I'm shooting the rifle, so we're
There you go.
fine.
So it's just accuracy, no pistol, no.
13? Oh, but I do get to add my accuracy.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
15.
Yep, that is a hit.
That was way too complex.
Yeah, so it's
I'll just say I have
3d6
what
plus
James
your
has.
accuracy. Yeah.
And then I have
Plus
the...
perception.
Is it 3d6
the
plus your accuracy?
It's perception plus perception.
Oh, plus perception. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3d6 plus
Oh.
your accuracy. Damage is 3d6 plus your perception.
I should level
Yes.
up perception.
Dear Lord, okay. So that is a 15 with -2 for the armor piercing if we're going to say I have Sinbad.
Yes, you do. Okay, so 15 damage. This is the one that hasn't been hit yet. So
Correct.
you deal 6 points of damage, okay?
That is a lot of
Fine.
armor.
It's a lot of armor.
Pew, pew, pew. Done.
Yeah, you come around and you fire right into its back. Excellent. Jerry's turn.
Do I have to go all the way around, or can I leapfrog over Kaylee?
Yeah, you can leapfrog over Kaylee. Absolutely. I mean, she's going next, and she's like huddling against the wall, clearly going through some trauma moments.
Why?
We'll let her huddle.
I'm actually very happy with the random token I found. That really feels like who I kind of wanted that character to be.
I take it. What's the tattoo on the face mean?
Bridge 4.
It's a 5.
It's 5. It is the number of pirate ships she has personally downed.
That's insanely sick.
Probably not that.
Yes. She just thinks it's cool and she says that.
She's She's a comms officer.
Oh, a little out of her element.
All right, so you're gonna move forward, and yeah, she's gonna move back. There you go.
Wait, what?
Okay, I'm gonna use my pistol on the one in between Miles and James.
The sideways
On
one?
this one? Okay.
Correct.
Yeah, that one's got less damage.
She's shooting with her love.
Ooh, that's not a great roll. It might
You can
still hit,
modify
though.
your dice.
That is not a great roll at
No.
all.
But if you spend 4 stun points, or fortune, you can
Fortune?
modify your 1
Fortune?
to get a 13 total,
Yeah,
which would hit, and stunned still.
correct.
It's only a 1 stunned, but less costly in your...
Let's do that.
Or you could
That's-
spend 8 fortune and get 4 stun points.
And
That's too much
sometimes
there.
on your shoulders is a little angel who looks like this guy, and then a little devil who looks like Merrick.
But I'm just saying,
4
if you
stun
spent 8 to
points.
get the 4, you'd have the penetrate.
You can't... Yeah, you could penetrate it.
Is it 4 for that?
Penetrate's 4?
It's 4.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 4.
That's pretty huge.
What is
Okay.
turn at right now?
5.
We can calm the waters after when it's
I would
at
say,
9.
you know what? In that case, I would say it's beneficial to spend the 8 to get
And
to
they
to be able to penetrate this
Mhm.
robot. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's got like 15 armor?
11 armor.
11 armor, yeah, something high.
All right, let's spend 8. Time to penetrate.
Oh, I love that. That's your new phrase.
Churn goes up to 6 because you modify your die. Churn goes up to 7 because you spend 4 stunt points.
And now we're at 8.
Now we're at 7. Now we're at 7.
I thought it was 6 before.
No, it was at 5 when Katie asked. Yeah. Unless I missed one, but you know that's what I got. Phil, if you're watching, you
Phil
can
will tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not going to help us, Phil. Be here now. Possible.
Be here now when we're not streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Just shows up in our Discord.
Phil, Malaloki, any of our new friends that joined us when you subscribed after watching the Great Herdasian Hog Heist.
Feel free to correct us.
All right, I got a 9 damage.
9 damage, and you spent the 4 to make it a penetrating attack. You're attacking this one. Solid hit. Like, really, really solid hit. Not enough to take it out, but it noticed that. Kaylee's turn. She just huddles down against the wall and, like, holds her pistol up, but it's more like if something comes at her, she's just gonna unload the clip.
Hey, you just chill, Kaylee.
Like, who are you guys? Special forces?
Yeah.
What
Robots
better?
come around the corner, we're just automatically firing.
All right,
It's like, you guys were not kidding about being prepared for this exact scenario.
Miles' turn at the top of the initiative.
All right, here we go. It's time to dance, everybody.
You ever
With the
dance
devil?
with the devil in the pale moonlight?
The
You in the
fatal
wall?
mistake of getting within 6 meters of me, where I'm the most dangerous.
Ooh.
Because I have a thing that activates.
Can we swap places?
I would not like that. I am slightly deadlier. It is +1 damage.
You're attacking the one with 1 hit point that is far enough away
I
that
feel
you're
like
not
that's
getting
most
penalties.
beneficial to
Yeah.
remove source of damage.
Got
As they
the
say.
blade.
Stack the deeps.
And then I can actually
Got
move
those
away.
windshield wiper
I
blades.
guess.
Oh,
that
it's
not
just
how blades
cleaning
work?
us. They're just cleaner droids.
We gotta squeegee you. You stepped in the blood. We gotta clean
You
that off
must
for
be
you.
cleaned. Your systems are filled with blood.
Why
like-
are your squeegees razors?
It's like Bernie.
We have to get the blood out. To clean. I don't know what it is about these. Because I have, they're my same player killer dice that I love because they roll high. They've rolled 665 on the same dice 3 times tonight.
Because they're weighted.
But they also roll dog shit when I don't want them to. Like, the amount of times that I've been using them as damage dice as a player in Pathfinder game, because I'm like, they're great. They're my player killer dice. They roll great for me. They do when I'm doing damage to the guys. They roll so low when I'm trying to do damage. It's ones and nothing else. I don't know.
Clearly, it's some kind of curse. Yeah.
Yeah, some kind of so they have a machine spirit somehow. I don't know. It's like 1 million. Like the dice are over 13.
The hit is fine. Yeah.
And I will penetrate.
So you're gonna spend 4 stun points and bring us up to 8 churn.
I feel like that's probably a solid.
No, it has 1 hit point. I actually don't think that's solid.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Ooh. Jen makes an excellent point.
Yeah, because I do roll 3d6 plus 9 damage. Plus 10 damage.
Oh,
you're fine.
Yeah,
like
I shouldn't do that.
I'll go back down to 7.
Way to go, Jen.
I got you.
Oops. I went down to 7, and then I pressed the button again, went back up to 8. So now I go down to 7.
Like,
There
oh, whoops, we're back at 8.
Oh, whoops-a-doodle.
Can't fix it now. Oh, no.
What I will do is I will lightning attack. So okay. Let's roll damage for the first one.
Please.
Not penetrating it. I mean, yeah, the dice are 11 plus 10.
Yeah, 21 damage. You do 10
Yeah.
damage with its 1 hit point, and that one is out.
I will lightning attack for 2. And double team with Jerry. Not with Jerry, with Rix.
Now, I'm going to give you a -2. You're using the rifle in close combat, correct?
I'm not. I'm using a pistol.
You're using a pistol, and you've got close pistol style, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. You're good.
It's actually better for me in close.
Golden.
Ooh, you're John
like
Wicking this.
I am 100% John Wicking. Yeah.
Yes, you fired once, fired again, and then you're getting someone else to fire.
I keep
Gwen's
doing like
watching.
Yeah.
Her like thing, and she's
the
like,
press
"This should be
checks
swapped."
for no reason.
Everybody else mutes Gwen because her breathing is getting heavy.
She's like, as a doctor, I shouldn't find this hot, but damn.
I'll tell you right now, I do not mute her. Simultaneous shooting, Jen.
Oh, okay. Let's double team it.
See, there they didn't roll great. But I think I still hit because I'm real good at shooting stuff.
Is this one a 13? Because I got a 13. The other one was a 13.
This one is a little bit less... Like, the other one was a combat droid. Combat construct. This one is a maintenance construct and is not as nimble.
Alright, so I do hit it?
You do.
15 for me, so.
Both of you hit.
Is its dexterity 4 or lower?
It is lower than 4.
Beautiful. $23 damage.
Bloody hell.
16 damage. With 2 armor.
Okay, wait. So, okay, Patrick, you said 23 damage?
Correct.
With no armor piercing.
Correct.
Okay. 23 damage. And then, Jen, you did
16 with 2 armor piercing.
16 with 2 armor piercing. Oh my... That's hilarious.
Does it have 1 hit
Is it
point left?
It has 1 hit point left. Yeah.
This is
It's okay, James goes now. Come on, James.
I'm like, No, that can't be right. 16 minus 9, that's 7. Patrick brought it to 8. That's 1 hit point. Alright, that's the math. That was Miles's turn as he bang, bang, and then another shot comes in from the side. James.
We do an air high five.
They did like 3 attacks in your turn. Crazy.
Yeah.
Does anything happen if I move away?
No, there are no
Because I know some
reactive strikes
combatants have. Yeah. Okay, then I'm going to move just south a bit. Stepping over the destroyed remains.
Oh, actually, you know what? I would like you to make a roll for that. So we're in light gravity, so it's actually going to be pretty easy to like sort of put your hand on it and leap over it. But it's such a cool moment that I want to see it as part of a roll. So,
is this like a
dexterity?
Dexterity acrobatics, please.
It's one of those moments where it would be funny if you failed.
Yeah.
Oh, I rolled pretty good. I didn't stunt though.
Okay.
21.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Like, you do the really cool, like, when you're, like, hopping a fence with one hand sort of thing, but you, like, spin through the air in the light gravity, drop down, and then pull your rifle out on top of it.
With, like, a million cuts, like Liam Neeson in Taken.
Yeah, 100%.
Cut. This new person must really think we are very cool.
Yeah.
Everything has gone swimmingly for us so far. We look rad. You're running up walls.
Rick's just like flanked like nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, shooting my rifle.
Plus, Jerry's just standing there, really attractive.
Don't throw away your shot.
It's a 20 hit.
Yes.
And then the penetrating completely is 4 stun points. And that's what I have to spend.
It is so hurt right now. But yes,
I'm gonna do it anyways, though.
All right.
Yeah.
Turn goes up to 8.
Okay.
You really needed to put the turn up to 8 for that.
Does a 14, ignoring all toughness,
equal 1 damage?
And how do you want to do this?
Okay, so James leaps over the one robot. Really cool.
Yeah.
Sets up. I'm going to set up the rifle on
the
robot with like one hand on it and one hand holding the robot, and then just take like a shot in the back.
Perfect shot. Shoots through it as it's like turning towards Miles and Rick's, and it drops down, and like there's just a sudden like silence, and there's like smoke in the air from all of these like pistol shots and rifle shots that have gone off in like the space of 10 seconds. And there's like a little bit of silence, and then Kaylee's voice just going, "Who are you people?"
We're the Hellhounds. I just made
Let's
go. I just came up with that because like we don't have like a group name. We're just like the crew of the Hellhounds.
Yeah, that was really good. I really liked it.
I thought it sounded really cool.
That was so good. Yeah. Okay, put on your tough voice again.
Okay.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right.
Hellbreakers.
Also, I think that unironically, it's very natural for this to have happened to us. That recovering from it is like, okay, all right.
Yeah, no, we just, you know what? More builder constructs in close quarters. Oh my goodness.
This one's a crab.
That took us 10 seconds. We're getting worse.
Yeah, it didn't even make bodies into things, weirdo.
Yeah, this wasn't even made of people we've seen before.
Alright, hang on. We're going to go back to the player focus.
This is a really good microcosm of how far we've come from the beginning of this adventure.
Yeah.
This crew.
So the scene ends and churn goes up to 9. But
again, Tyler, you didn't have to use a penetrating shot on it.
But I
wanted to. You're able to move through the remainder of the cave complex, get back out to the Turbo Razor, 90K. You hop
make
in.
any rolls just to churn it up.
Just to churn it up to 10. No.
Tyler, no.
Completely unnecessary. We do not have a churnover in this particular adventure because you have succeeded. You get the remaining survivor of the Rattel, Kaylee Raja. Raja? Yep. You drive back. Gwen is ready, unlocking the ship. You bring the turbo razor on, close up, repressurize, and you can take off. Or
We take our helmets off and I kiss Jerry. Good job, babe.
I should also
You
mention
too, honey bun.
you could take off right now, or you could loot the ship.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
We definitely.
What would
should.
Kaylee be like? Should we check out your ship?
She
Is there
says,
anything worth looting,
Well,
Haley?
she probably has stuff.
"Yeah." She says, "Yeah. No, anything you need, please. Captain's not going to need it anymore. And honestly, I'm just happy to catch a ride with you anywhere you're going."
Yeah.
Go get
There's
your
this
luggage.
extra railgun on it that we can mount.
So
Just dragging it over.
on the ship, Kaylee will grab her personal effects. She'll download a number of the crew's logs that she'll
Aww.
forward on to family members and so on.
It's a trick. She's still a serial killer.
She's deleting all the evidence.
Yeah.
You check out the cargo and the ship's manifest. You find a number of crates. Some of them were broken open in the crash, and so you have to kind of wrangle them. But most of it is seeds and grain being shipped down to the planet. However, when you're loading these things, Kaylee comes through and she gives a tap on one of the bulkheads, and it pops open a smuggling compartment. And she pulls out several crates of high-end electronics.
PlayStations.
Yeah, there's just PlayStation 35s.
Station.
PlayStation 35. You just put it in your own head.
They won the great game console war.
The Great Game Console.
Which was an
War.
actual war.
Which was an actual war. It's like the fast food wars. The franchise wars from Demolition Man.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so she says that her onboard tech, Keb, he really liked moving electronics, particularly ones that were not procured in the most legal of manners. But hey, it's salvage for you. Legitimate salvage.
Legitimate salvage. And also, I think a ranch might need some grain, some seeds and grain.
Well, I mean,
Ooh.
people are expecting this on Castilla.
Cool. The
And
ship
one
crashed.
box got lost.
Yeah, a bunch of stuff got
Fell off
damaged
the
in
back.
crash.
But yeah, you successfully saved a survivor. You uncovered the mystery of what happened to the Rattel. Kaylee will fill you in on any details that you're curious about. Basically, they were attacked by pirates, but they hit the pirates back hard enough that the pirates backed off, but then they crashed. They were lucky that nobody was killed by the PDCs that shredded through the ship. They couldn't bring the ship up, but they did some scans with their cameras and found the breathable atmosphere underneath the surface of the moon nearby, and they went in there to settle in. They were there for a couple of days before people got a little bit, unsettled by staying in this cavern, and they started to explore a little bit. While this was happening, Kaylee was sent back to the ship to get their transmitter online. She's the comms specialist, And so she was working on that with a partner when everybody was attacked. Her partner, Keb, the tech, ended up going back just in time for the attack, and he was also killed. And then after a couple of hours of being like, hey, we're ready to go, where's everybody, she eventually went back on her own and found the scene. She locked herself in the supply room, which they were calling it, and set up the other part of the message. She had some transmitting equipment. She looped it through and got the signal out, but the receiver was damaged, so she couldn't actually get any responses.
I mean, we do have an extra bunk that could, if we needed a comms officer.
James, move the drones.
James, there's no reason for you to have a bedroom filled with drones.
And
It's like
she
the equivalent of like model train sets or something.
as you're doing that, she like puts her hand on your arm and she says, "Thank you so much."
On James's
still-
arm?
On James's arm.
But James is like, oh, my drones.
He's just a super nerd. Like, oh,
Had them set up exactly the way I wanted.
I'm so grateful. How could I ever repay you? Okay, just move that drone, I guess.
just, I don't know, pick up a drone. Don't
Can I
break
set
it.
them up in the mess hall?
No, in the cargo hold.
In the cargo hold.
But not where it takes up space for movie nights.
This is the worst.
This is the worst.
I mean, no, it's okay. It's okay.
All right. Well, good job, everybody. That was Lost But Not Alone.
Isn't it weird that Lost But Not Alone was ominous and scary?
Who knew? Who knew?
Who knew that we sent in SEAL Team 6
Yeah, right?
for the extraction?
What a crazy random happenstance.
So, I think, first things first, we'll talk a little bit about the campaign and get people to go there. But next, do people want to talk about what their characters do after this game? Yeah? Okay.
Oh, no.
So very first, if you like this, go check out the Expanse Transport Union on Backer Kit and get a narrative, sort of timeline updated version of the core rules. The rules themselves do not change. This is just another sort of entry point for the source book that advances the timeline by 10 to 30 years. If you're familiar with the books, there's a time skip in the books, and this deals with sort of that area. The Transport Union Backer Kit also has a whole bunch of other interesting things that you should go check out. Yeah. And thank you to Green Ronin, as always, for being a wonderful company, very cool people, and supporting us and our stream. Hellbreakers has done its 3 seasons and a movie. And
Doing a movie?
this was
This
our
was
movie.
the movie.
A short movie.
Oh well,
Yeah.
No, it's nearly 3 hours.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Movies are not this long. It felt like it was about 15 minutes of action-packed express.
I mean, our normal episodes were an hour and a half, so this is like a fancy double, right?
That's a fair point.
But yeah, just like another way to sort of sit with these characters again for a bit, and now let's see where they go. Katie, you started, so do we want to snake draft it and go James? James, Miles, Rix, and Jerry? Tyler, you're up.
Because neither Patrick or I want to follow up.
Yeah, that's
Whatever
a very
they've got
fair point.
planned.
Let's say our normal stuff, and then finish it with whatever they've come up with, which is 14 pages of story.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Well, I think James is going to keep adventuring for a little bit, and then at whatever
Die?
period he will, he's going to go back probably to Earth and reconvene with
Earth?
family. Yeah. Well,
Wow.
wherever the Atwoods current central base of operations is. Probably on the moon right now, considering the timeline.
On
And
the
then,
moon.
But yeah, probably like could be another 2 years, could be another 3, could be another 6 months. Depends on family stuff. So, more adventuring.
Does he take the Hound of Hades?
I think it depends if who's still on it. Like if James is the only original crew member, then I think he would. And if he's not,
No.
then he would.
I mean,
Like,
Rick
I think-
said that it was her last mission, right? So
It depends what like your guys' stake and ownership is still in it, or what's planned, right?
right. Okay, so put a pin in that. We're not certain how James goes back to Sol System. It might be on the Hound of Hades. It might be on a different ship if the Hound of Hades is parked or still in service. Yeah, and I mean, if you go back to the Atwood Collective, like, they'll stick you with a job. There's a lot that needs to be done.
He's just putting it off.
Do you at least send us like Christmas like digital cards or something? Jeez.
Oh, well, I think he's going back to Luna or whatever, just to see what's going on, and then he'll be back out as soon as he can.
Okay.
Yeah, just like checking in.
Okay. You will, if that is sort of the route you go, you'll most likely pull back like a bunch of Atwood business things, being like, okay, you're going back to that system, well, then take this business opportunity with you and run it. All right, Miles. What's Miles up to?
Miles and Gwen settle down in Zealous Colony. Gwen starts up a medical office, or if there is one there present, joins there to assist.
There was the doctor and her wife, and they ran the baseball.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. So we have a lot more colonists coming in. Colonists need more medical help. She joins up. I assume it'd be very easy to incorporate herself there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Miles joins
two doctors is better than one.
the police force.
Ooh.
In policing Zealous Colony.
He's come quite a long way from his kind of scrubby criminal past.
It was a dark start for Miles Fairbanks, and
AKA.
now, let's not talk about it. Let's
all right.
just move along.
Those never come up again.
Now you're the Texas Ranger.
Now you're an officer. You're scrubbing those previous identities out of the databases.
There's still a few. Not letting go of everything. There's still the past of I might need to scramble out of here pretty quick. But he starts making up false identities for Gwen as well.
May I roll to see if Gwen wants kids?
Yeah, I would love that.
All right. Gwen does in fact want kids.
And then we have kids.
Yeah,
Who's going
it's
to be
like,
the next thing?
she's a sticker fiend. Of course she wants kids.
And I think it's just a quiet life of patrolling Zealous Colony and a happy home and a happy life.
Nice.
No more.
Until the builder tech comes.
I was going to say, hopefully no more construct monsters tearing people in half.
Jen?
Okay.
Yeah?
So we make it back to Aja, and the ranch is being built, and my family's there. And so Jerry and Rix will get married on the ranch with their ship family and Rix's actual family and Mustafa.
Mustafa?
Yeah, and like the sheriff, and it'll be really fun. And then yeah, Rix retires from space adventuring without dying. And we start a cricket wolf farm.
Oh, God.
And we start what's the word? Domesticating them to be like guard bugs and stuff like that. And
Cool.
so we are the forefront of cricket wolf breeders and dealers on the planet.
Several generations down the road, there are like little pug cricket wolves.
Just need a pocket ones. And and my family all kind of has land around the ranch. And so I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, Katie, but I think we decided that Jerry and Rix don't have kids, but they're always inundated with nieces and nephews and all of that. And so they grow up in like a big family thing, but they just sit on their porches and drink sweet tea and rock.
Rock little cricket wolf baby.
And we still run the fish farm, and we still do Moonlit Shine, and like we're very involved in the community.
All right, and Jerry.
So, obviously, gets married to Rix, and we do all those awesome ranch things, and she's still political. So, in a couple years, there's another election, except this time, Jerry's running for president.
My girl's on the ticket.
She wins in a landslide. Right? He's rolling.
Of course he does.
I'm gonna roll to see how well Trevor Atwood covers up some of his corruption.
I got Miles exposed in that. Come on.
He rolled pretty well. And so I am going to have Patrick roll some sort of investigation roll to represent the police force that he's a part of. And if you can beat this, Trevor Atwood, at some point over the next couple decades, leaves Augia in disgrace.
What would that be under? Ooh, investigation, right there, communication.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Come on, police. The police are out in force tonight.
Make a cop roll.
First of all, there's definitely a moment where Miles is investigating crimes and is like, what happened? When did I... Why? Oh, all right. Oh, God. It's adding 4 digits together. 18.
Oh, yeah, you got him. He didn't roll great. He got a 14 total. And so, yeah, at some point over the next couple decades, like, Trevor gets caught. He had a lot of backroom deals, a lot of corruption. He is not the himbo golden retriever character that he shows to people.
He's that guy from Frozen.
He's Hans.
Send it back to the Southern Isles.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he, that is 100% an act that he does. And that always has been. That was always the intention. I believe my one line for him was himbo with a heart of stone. And eventually...
I've always hated him and never trusted him. I just want to be very, very super clear that I've said that a million.
Eventually, he just can't hide all of the things that he has done to piss people off on Augia. And Jerry wins in a landslide and becomes the new governor of Augia. Overseeing at this point probably like 500,000 people.
It's just
everybody calls me Gigi, Governor Jerry.
Governor Jerry.
Oh, I love it.
And
Miles tries to get rolling the nickname the Hellhound, because there's no running when the Hellhound comes for you.
Ooh,
yes.
That's pretty good.
So good.
And
Katie has more.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
Jerry's already married, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So eventually,
yeah.
Rix knew. That's all that's important.
What's happening?
Jerry had a husband back in Soul System.
Yeah. He joined the OPA.
Yeah.
He was like a belter. Peaced out.
Well, this is not a legal marriage then.
Though, he might
space.
It's space marriage. There's multiple partners and stuff. It's fluid.
One for
you're not wrong.
system.
That's incredibly accurate.
Anyways, he shows up, and because Jerry's famous, she's the governor,
Yeah.
and they just decide they're going to be friends.
Rix only shoots him once.
And it was like probably in the leg or something.
Yeah, no, he didn't die.
Anyways,
He just
now
almost died.
There's some good
That's not
doctors in Zealous Colony.
1, 2.
Yeah.
One really good one.
Yeah.
We send him to the not as good one. Not to Gwen.
Like, why specifically did they request going to see someone else?
Because we want him to scar.
He did leave me, so, you know. We're not
He's like,
bitter.
then
But
let
we're
me
like,
take over.
And then shows up when she's famous. It took me a while to like him.
Gwen hears that story and is like, I request to be on this one.
anyways, he moves to the, you know, Agia, and he does feel like he'd be like our odd job guy.
He's your
You know?
handyman.
Yeah, he is. He's got a lot of grunt work to do.
Excellent.
Oh, and I still take the Hound of Hades to all my fancy meetings.
Mm.
Are you taking the hound, or is James
Oh, I
taking the hound?
I feel like I take the Hound, and sometimes my old crew comes with. You know, my security detail, my wife.
Are you talking like off planet?
Yeah, just on occasion. For like trade meetings, no scary butcher stuff.
This was a trade meeting.
Yeah.
This game that we
Precedent.
were going on.
Yeah. So would James still be
Precedent.
running it for the next couple of years of adventuring he does?
I assume so.
Oh,
Yeah. We can keep on like Kaylee, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
As the crew and pick up more folks if we need to.
there's one last scene.
Yeah.
It takes place on the flight, like the landing pad at Zealous Colony, as Miles is getting ready to leave. And I assume Jerry and Rix, they're probably off, you know, on their ranch, getting and enjoying marital life. And Miles goes, "Take good care of her, Captain."
We cry, and end of everything.
Beautiful. And after about 20 or 30 years, Laconia shows up.
I don't know what that is. I didn't read that far.
Patrick, you need to read that far.
I stopped reading.
It's like something written for you.
Super Mars.
Wizards?
Yeah, which of course, you know, if we were ever to revisit these characters at a later time, Laconian interests with Governor Jerry is a pretty interesting story.
So how old would you guys be? Because I picked up.
We weren't that much. We were in our 20s. Like, we'll be in our 50s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jerry was like in her early 30s. But like we'd be like level 25 by the time that
Oh,
happened.
yeah.
And she's the hottest 60-something-year-old. She's attractive.
Damn
That's
straight.
right.
It's because she lifts. She lifts heavy, stays in shape.
She's the Avasarala of the new area.
Miles would be like older Kurt Russell.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, excellent game, everybody. This was so much fun. Anybody watching this at home, you can pick up the Lost But Not Alone adventure in the Transport Union Quickstart. Run that for your friends and see how well they do against it.
Better be SEAL Team 6.
Anything else that anybody wants to say?
I love you.
Aw, I love you too. There's the...
We look forward to seeing you as detectives.
Yes, everybody come back in later this year in November-ish, where we will be streaming on Moonbeam and running our next campaign in Fantasy Age, the Starfall Detective Agency.
For the record, I'm not gonna be excited about being like a level 1 character again.
Yeah.
You're gonna be so much worse at stuff.
Yeah.
Like
I
we're
have
SEAL
one to
Team
that? Cool.
20. 9B.
Yeah, we are seals.
Yeah,
On the team.
literal seals.
Excellent. Well, as always,
See you in hell.